Good morning, dear students. Let us come back to study sessions after a long summer vacation. I hope you would have enjoyed summer vacations. During this period, you would have done some creative work. Also, the home task that was given to you. Now it is time to start with our next topic. Next topic of kinematics is vectors. Vectors are very essential to understand physics. If you have knowledge, complete knowledge of vectors, so physics would become easy for you. Now before we go for the actual topic, we are to understand about different type of physical quantities. Now there are two types of physical quantities. First, scalar quantities, and second, vector quantities. So what are scalar quantities? We take first the scalar quantities. The quantities which possess only magnitude and no direction. The quantities which possess only magnitude and no direction are known as scalar quantities. For example, mass, time, speed, work, power, pressure, charge and electric current, etc. are all scalar quantities. Now number two, we come to vector quantities. The quantities which possess magnitude as well as direction also. The quantities which possess magnitude as well as direction both are known as vector quantities. For example, velocity, momentum, acceleration, force, electric field and magnetic field, etc. are all vector quantities. After this, we go to our actual topic, vectors. Now, vectors. What is a vector? Any physical quantity that requires direction to be stated in order to define it completely is known as a vector quantity. Any physical quantity that requires direction to be stated in order to define it completely is known as a vector quantity. Now a vector is represented by a directed line segment. A vector is represented by a directed line segment as shown in diagram. Now look at vector OP, OP with a arrow above it, it defines it as a vector. So is a letter symbol for representing vector. Now this is a directed line segment. It is directed from O to P and is called as vector OP. Now tail indicates start of vector, this is tail. Tail indicates start of vector and tip indicates termination of vector. Means the vector starts from point O, tail, and terminates at point P, that is tip. Tail indicates start of vector, tip indicates termination of vector. Length OP indicates magnitude of the vector and inclination with horizontal indicates direction of the vector. Now, next we proceed to three characteristics of a vector. Now we come to three characteristics of a vector. Now consider a vector OP. Length of the vector, first characteristic is length of the vector. Second characteristic is support of the vector, and third characteristic is sense of the vector. Now let us take up first characteristic, length of the vector. Now consider vector OP. The tail to tip is the length of the vector. Tail to tip, that is from O to P, is the length of the vector. It is represented as vector OP with vertical lines. When we put vertical lines, we call it as magnitude of vector OP. Magnitude of vector OP. So magnitude of vector is represented in letter symbols like this. Now we come to support of the vector. The line of unlimited length x dash, of which OP is the segment. The line of unlimited length x dash, of which OP is the segment, is called as support of the vector. Now we come to third point, sense of the vector. Sense indicates direction of the vector. For example, vector OP is from O to P. O to P, and vector QP is from Q to P, from Q to P. So these are three characteristics of a vector. So first is length, second is support, and third is sense of the vector. Now we go to next, equality of two vectors. Let us see. Now we come to equality of two vectors. Consider equality, vector A is equal to vector B. Now how we can say vector A is equal to vector B? So two vectors A and B are said to be equal if these have the same length, the same parallel support, and the same sense. If the three characteristics of both the vectors are same, then the vectors are said to be equal. For example, this is vector A, this is vector B. So the length is same, support is same, parallel support, this is parallel support, this support of A and support of B are parallel, so they are inclined with the horizontal at the same angle, so they have same parallel support. And the sense means direction with horizontal, they have the same direction with horizontal, so these two vectors are equal. Vector A is equal to vector B. Now testing equality. How we test equality of two vectors? Testing equality. Shift vector B parallel to itself. Shift vector B parallel to itself until tail coincides with tail of A and tip coincides with tip of A. If it happens, then the vectors are equal, otherwise they are not equal. Now consider vector C and D. Though they have the same length at different support. That support is like this, its support is like this, and they are inclined with horizontal at different angles. So it means vector C is not equal to vector D. Now after this we go to a new term, zero vector. So we will see now zero vector, how is zero vector, how it is defined. Now let us define position vector. The vector that describes position of an object in xy plane or in x, y, z space from origin is called as position vector. Next term that we have to understand is zero vector. What is zero vector? Let us define. The vector whose initial and terminal points coincide, or the vector which has zero magnitude but possess direction is called as zero vector or null vector, represented as magnitude of 0 with vector on above it. For example, position vector of origin. Position vector of origin is a zero vector. Second example, if vector A is equal to vector B, then vector A minus vector B magnitude will be equal to 0. So it is the subtraction of the two equal vectors is a zero vector. Similarly, example 3, when a vector is multiplied by 0, it becomes zero vector. Fourth example, the displacement vector of a stationary object is also a zero vector. After this, we have to understand what is a unit vector. Now, let us understand unit vector. What is a unit vector? How we define it? Let us see. The vector whose magnitude is 1 but possess direction is called as a unit vector. The vector whose magnitude is 1 but it possesses direction is called as a unit vector. So mathematically it is defined as a vector divided by its magnitude. Unit vector is defined as vector divided by its magnitude. It is expressed as r cap. Cap is symbol for unit vector. R cap is equal to vector r divided by magnitude of vector r. Let us mark it as equation 1. For example, a car is running with velocity of 5 meters per second towards east. Then unit vector of velocity v is equal to vector velocity v divided by magnitude of velocity vector. Now it is equal to 5 meters per second towards east is the vector velocity, this is the speed, magnitude of velocity, this is direction towards east, divided by magnitude of velocity is 5 meters per second. Now this cancels, we are left with direction only, and the result is 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so it is 1 towards east. So velocity is 1 meter per second towards east. This is the unit vector. So V cap is equal to vector V divided by its mod. So it is 1, its magnitude is 1 and direction is east. So it is a unit vector. Now consider equation 1. Consider equation 1. From this equation we have vector R is equal to magnitude of vector R multiplied by unit vector R. Now if a vector, magnitude of a vector is multiplied by unit vector, it becomes a vector. So this is all about unit vector. Now we are to see how we represent unit vectors along axis of coordinate system. Now let us take up unit vectors along axis of coordinate systems. The symbols for unit vectors along axis are as follows. Along x-axis, unit vector is represented by I cap. Along y-axis, unit vector is represented by j cap. And along z-axis, unit vector is represented by k cap. Along x-axis, unit vector, symbol of unit vector along x-axis is I cap. Symbol of unit vector along y-axis is j cap, and symbol along z-axis is k cap. Now consider position vector of point P, X, Y, Z in three-dimensional space. This is the point P, X, Y, Z. Its position vector is OP, represented by R vector R. Now let OP be equal to R vector. Then how we represent R in terms of unit vectors? So vector R is equal to I cap X plus j cap Y plus k cap Z, because when magnitude is multiplied by its unit vector, then it becomes a vector. So vector R is equal to I cap X plus j cap Y plus k cap Z. Now consider position vector of point Pxy in two-dimensional plane. It is x-axis, it is y-axis. Now OP is the position vector of point P, and let it be represented by R cap, R vector, not cap, but R vector. Then how we write R vector? Vector R? Vector R is expressed as I cap X plus j cap Y. So this is all about vectors, preliminary definitions, concepts, terms, etc. You are to understand all these terms and concepts and definitions to understand coming up topics of vectors. I hope you have enjoyed it, and thank you so much.